Hey guys, it's Kara here. I am going to talk about my favorite menstrual cups for sports. I do some walking, and I used to be a gymnast, and I do a lot of yoga. So those are my experiences, and I do have some personal preferences with menstrual cups as well. I have a very low cervix, but nearly every menstrual cup that I own works for me in some way, just in some part of my cycle. So there's not too much of a bias from that end, although I do like softer menstrual cups. So all of these are fairly soft, but I think also for a sport, you don't want a super firm menstrual cup because it's going to be uncomfortable. You're going to feel that it's there if you're bouncing around or if you're contorting yourself into various positions, you're going to feel that it's there. But also, in the same way, you don't want your menstrual cup to be too soft because then it can literally collapse inside of you and leak. Or I've heard stories of menstrual cups getting like squeezed out just straight out of your body, and that can happen if they're too firm. I'm going to make a video on that at some point too, but I'll just show you my choices here. I have the Lily Cup. This is one of my very favorite menstrual cups. I have cut the stem off because I have a low cervix, but this is a great cup. It is anatomically correct, so it is designed to fit just the way that your body was created. So I absolutely love this cup. I think it's super comfortable, and it's anatomically correct, like I said, so that's pretty good for if you're going to be moving about a lot or jumping around, you know. And I've never had a problem with this cup even slipping just a little bit out, even when I'm doing really crazy flexibility things in my yoga practice. I also have the Lena Cup. This is the firmest cup that I picked out, but I like it because of its shape. The Fleur Cup could also work for this purpose, but the Lena Cup is a little bit of a newer design, so that's why I picked it. Like I said, yeah, it's pretty firm, but the shape makes it work. I really like this flared shape with firmer cups. This is the Maluna Cup. The Maluna is a very popular brand. I love them. I believe the Maluna Cup was my first menstrual cup that actually worked for me, so perfect. They come in a ton of different sizes, and you can get them in a ton of different colors. You might even look into getting a shorty, a Maluna shorty for sports specifically, just because it's a little bit smaller, just downsized a little bit, so you can just wear it for a shorter time before emptying it, and that might be a little bit more comfortable for you. I have the Ruby Cup here. This is the small, but they also have a medium, and they might have a large at this point in time. I'm not sure. I know they're working on developing one. But this is a cup. It stays popped open very well, even though it's pretty soft. Great cup. It's kind of short, which is also nice, and all of its edges are nice and smooth. Awesome cup. Here's the Lunette. This is my go-to cup for when I'm doing yoga. If I'm on my period and I'm doing yoga, I wear the Lunette Cup. This is probably my #1 choice. Really nice cup, really nice shape. It has kind of a bell curve to it, and then it sinks in and flares out, which is something that I really like. It has a great stem for removal, great grip rings, great color. This is one of my favorite colors that I have in a menstrual cup just because I've never seen another company with this particular color. Awesome. Here's the Bella Cup. I haven't talked about this cup in a long time. I don't honestly use it very much, but I really like it, so I'm not sure why. I think it's just because it's one of my oldest cups, so I don't think to grab it as often. But it's a longer cup and a thinner cup. It's a little bit narrow. Really good resistance. It's really soft. When you get it originally, it has a really long stem, which is nice for some people. There are no grip rings. There are some lines on there that are a slightly different texture, but there's no real grip there, but it is a stickier cup, so you never have any problems removing it. Really comfortable, nice, sleek design, good shape for comfort, all of that. all around great cup. And my last one, I have not yet tried this for my yoga practices, but I just know in my gut that this is going to be a great exercise cup. This is the Super Jenny. I am just liking this cup more and more and more. I got it somewhat recently, maybe 2 or 3 months ago, and it is just amazing. I love it. It has a really good resistance. It's pretty soft, but the rim is a little bit firmer, so it pops open really easily, and it stays popped open, and it has kind of a poppy feel to it. Like you squeeze it, and it just immediately wants to go back into shape. It's just a really good cup. I'll fold it up here and let you hear it a second. Yeah, that's a good cup. And the stem is nice for sports because it's short, but it's really, really stable. It's not going to break off on you. Good shape there, as you can see, and it holds a lot. It has a pretty high capacity, which is nice, especially if you're going to be out for a sport for a long period of time. Maybe if you're running a marathon or something like that, that would probably be a really good choice. In this video, I particularly chose cups that were not knockoffs. When I promote a cup, I try to make it the original brand so that brand name gets the credit that they deserve. So there are knockoff cups that could still work for you, but these are the ones that I chose. I will see you guys next video.